Well, shit, I mean, God, you can't just fucking pop up and say, hey, let's do a show. Shit.
Yeah, we plan this shit out every week.
Yeah, even this mess is planned.
Yeah. We're supposed to... And he's gone.
Since the dawn of time, things have happened. People have talked about those things. First with cave paintings, then with language, writing, and art. In our time, we use the internet. From the depths of nerdom come four guys who talk about things too. World-famous internet celebrity Justin L. The destroyer of BotCon, Bedbugs. A man who rejects the concept of catch-and-release, Justin Catfish. And the customizing powerhouse, Mako Aspire. This is Totally Knocked Off.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to TKO Podcast, a Totally Knocked Off Podcast, episode number 11. I'm your host, Justin L., world-famous internet personality. And with me tonight, I guess I will go around clockwise. We have Bedbugs, destroyer of BotCon himself.
Hell yeah. How's it going, everybody? Tell us in the comments.
Yep. And we have Chris Bishop, Miko Spire.
Yeah, I'm here.
Miko Spire, something like that.
So enthused.
He sounds excited. And then, of course, we have the catfish himself, Justin Christian.
What up?
And tonight we have a very special guest, Spiros Gallos. Or Spiro Spire.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Good, man.
We are great. Hey, JL, did you see that somebody told you how they were doing in the comments?
No, I didn't. I gotta check it out. I think I got us blocked. So, I guess, hey, Spiros, you want to just, say hi, tell a little about yourself?
Yeah. So my name's Spiros. I'm known as Dark Magnus on TFW, and I think that's the only board I've ever actually been on. So yeah, I am part of the Realm of Collectors podcast, Creep Realm. Which Information Creep is about IDW comics, Transformers comics. We've been on a bit of a hiatus while everyone's schedules have been fucked up. And we should be recording this Sunday, but I'm not sure, which would be last Sunday for everybody listening. And then I also handle the Twitter account for Toy Detox, and I'm sometimes on that show. Which is part of the Cool Table Network. And I'm generally in the Facebook groups just pissing people off by posting an opinion.
Nice. That's what
Welcome to the kids table.
Or telling me to fuck off.
And telling Catfish to shut the fuck up every time he comments.
Nice. All right, so now I guess that you know more about our guests, I guess we will move on to what'd you waste your money on this week, guys? I guess Bedbugs.
Actually, nothing this week. I did appear on Stasis Lock last week and played trivia with those guys, which was fun, I guess, for Beast Wars.
God, I said waste your money, not your time.
There's so much crossover activity going on.
But I ended up winning a prize, and one of the guys from Stasis Lock sent me a from the Dinobots subline, the swoop figure. It's a repaint of Pterosaur. So that's the one thing I got in the mail.
That sounds like something that should be rare. I've never seen one.
It was in a 2-pack with another Beast Wars dinosaur back in the day, like in 2003, 4, somewhere around there.
Nice.
But that's it so far this week.
All right, well, I guess, Chris, what you get, man?
I just got my package today. I got,
SARS?
Yeah. No, actually, it was these blankets that the Indians were giving out, and there was some powder in it.
God knows, man. shout out to smallpox.
Exactly. Anyway, now I got the last 2 DX9 Legends class Dinobots, Grimlock and Snarl. Snarl was eating me up, man, just trying to get that backpack apart, because the fucking tail has spikes on it, and they're all pointy as fuck. And, the first time you try to, transform it, everything is still nice and tight. So hard to get apart. You gotta get it all lubed up and get it spread open, and you get in there and eat that grilled cheese. But anyway, Grimlock was a little bit easier. Both of them seem to have problems with their knee orientation. I'm trying to get them to pose, and I'm just not finding a good look with the knees. Now, the other 3 that came out were awesome. This is the first that I've seen problems with. So, it sucks it's the last 2, and of course, Grimlock's among them. I mean, they're not terrible, but they are what they are. After that, I got the KO oversized Legend class Cyclonus. I think this was called Cyclonus or Cyclonaus.
Cyclone ass.
Something, I don't know. There's a U in it.
Fucking stupid.
It's like fucking German. That's not stupid. It's fucking way bigger. It's the scale it should be, and they actually gave it a upper thigh rotation. So now you can get a little bit better posing out of the leg. I think it was worth the $20 or whatever it was I paid for it. Long live Mech Fan Toys, or whatever the fuck their name is. And saving the worst for last, because it was only $40, and I wanted to get a preview of the engineering for X-Transbots Breakdown, that I saw at the con, and I wanted to get my hands on it and see how it was going to move around and everything. And the $40 stolen design version, which comes from what the fuck was it? Like Tranos Formers or some fucking weird shit. But it's interesting. It's definitely X-Transbots engineering with all the fucking leg panels folding in, and everything's got to be done just a certain way and lined perfectly up. It's a floppy fucking mess. So this is obviously like what a first test shot should look like. But it was worth $40 just for me to see how the engineering of Breakdown is going to be. I can see what they're going to need to make the improvements. And when we get the official release of X-Transbots Breakdown, I'll see if they've been able to fix it or not.
So, is there
Is that a toilet?
That's what it sounded like.
Yep.
You didn't even have to open the door to do it, right?
All right, let's move this along. Fuck, it's already late.
All right. Yeah. What'd you get, JC?
Oh fuck. Let's see here. Yesterday I got the new South Park game, Fractured Butthole.
Butthole.
Or Fractured Butthole. Fantastic game. I picked up a wireless controller for the mini Super Nintendo. It's a fucking hunk of shit. It barely works. And then I got SXS Hot Flame, which is their take on IDW Rodimus. It's a giant piece of shit. Oh, God. Dude, it's fucking so bad. Hold on, listen to this joint.
Oh.
Yeah. That's kind of turning me on for some
That's
reason.
the shoulder, bud. Oh, hold on. I don't know if you hear that, but that's the leg.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh, it's so bad.
It sounds like you're squeezing a hamster or something.
Sounds like two rubber dolls fucking.
Yeah, it's literally is what the rats sound like when I feed my snake. Fucking so yeah, don't buy it. I posted a review of it on our page. Go watch it.
Woohoo!
That's all I got.
All right, and Spiros, what'd you get this week, man?
Did we lose him?
He's already out. He left. He thought we were just gonna keep puking forever. He's like, damn it.
Or maybe hearing the heaving sounds actually forced him to go.
There's some people like that. They hear the gag and they have to throw up themselves after.
I wonder how many people I'm gonna make puke in the car. I mean, not like I don't already, but
I'm just imagining like an epic Family Guy throwing up session.
Oh, after they drink the Ipecac.
Yeah. But that everybody in their cars. Blah! And then the car next to him sees that and then throws up on themselves.
Still say it was the better episode was when they started going backwards in time and then it went back into them.
Gross, man. Hey, Spiros, are you there? Are you there, man?
I wonder if he muted his mic or something.
All right, no,
he's
he's gone. Oh.
Oh, we have lost our guest.
Oh, we can add him back, man.
2 weeks in a row, we lost our guest.
That happens.
I don't think this one actually left.
Mm-hmm. No, I think he's probably
Baby, come back.
Well, what did you get, JL?
Oh, here he is. He's back. I got. Oh wait, Spiros, you there?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now, man.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I must have got Skype herpes or something.
That's what you got this week.
Again.
So what'd you get this week, Spiros?
So this week I got the iGear City Commander upgrade kit, which is like fucking old as shit. And outside of the Ultra Magnus looking weapon and the G1 kind of shoulder launchers, it's a pretty big piece of shit. So so I will not be upgrading my City Commander with it, but I'll probably be dispersing some of the parts amongst other figures in my Ultra Magnus collection. I also got the MMC Tyrantron, which is a fucking amazing figure. Love it to death. I haven't put it down, and I've wasted money on some little shit toys for my kids, so I'll throw that in with my wasted money. I told you guys in earlier, but I'll tell the listeners. Some girl.
Uh-oh.
And that's a lesson for
Herpes.
life, kids. Some girl, and then it's over.
Exactly.
And he's gone.
Oh,
All right, we'll come back to him.
all right.
He's having herpes problems.
What'd you get, JL?
I didn't actually buy anything, but I did finally get Calidus Ascaryx.
Oh my god!
Yay!
Yay!
And I really, really like it.
You better.
I'm glad he's here because I could have had a kid with how long it took to get him. Yeah, he's great. I actually didn't open the Shattered Glass one from TFCon because I wanted this one to be the first one I messed with. And I'm glad I did because I really, really like it.
You're saving yourself for marriage, huh?
I was saving myself for Purple Rod.
Are you keeping both?
So far, yeah. Unless, one of them spikes on eBay. But I did get in Fans Hobby Double Cross I was talking about last week. And he's really good. I really, really like him. It makes me want the rest of them. But I'm still, reeling from TFCon. Suspirious's Ghost, what did you get? Hello? Oh, he's gone.
I thought that was Spiros trying to come back in.
No, that was me knocking on my desk. I guess we'll start the news. I'm sure he'll pop back in here.
All right.
JC, you're killing me.
He's back.
I can't help it. It's just like the best toy I've ever had.
Hey, Spiros, are you back?
Yep, I'm back.
Oh, there you are.
Yay.
See if you can fit the rest of it.
Your Calidus Asterisk floated to the U.S. shores after it fell off the boat.
Yeah, I found it on the beach this morning on the way to work.
Dude,
I got him.
Some guy was complaining in MMC Hub about not having his either. And I was like, oh, it looks like the pallet that had your guys' asterisks fell off the boat because I got mine in a week. So that's all I got as far as, wasting my money was the iGear Magnus kit and the Tyrantron.
All right.
Okay.
Before my Skype piece kicks in again.
So, I guess we're going to go on to the news. This week, Fans Toys Omega Sentinel went up for pre-order. Went up for $349.
I'm good.
Limited edition to 500, I believe, is what they said.
Nice. It looks good. I don't know if I need a $350 representation of this. But it is cool. There's that. Can't wait to finish my Gigantus. That's gonna be sick.
I need 5 of those Guardians to recreate a scene from G1.
Yeah, you do.
Is it the one where your wife kicks you out?
I don't have to worry about that because I am single as fuck.
Oh, nice. You know what though? They can sense it. It's like the Force, so she still might come down and kick you out. For buying 4 Omega Sentinels. 5.
I will
forgot about that.
I will say I warned her before she set foot on my property, and then she may end up on the ground with 2 holes in her.
Nice.
Jesus.
She already had 2 holes in her to start with.
You heard it here first, folks.
Actually, she had
You mean
3.
5 holes?
Yeah.
Are we counting nostrils? Are we counting nostrils?
No,
That's like
mouth, ass, and pussy.
Nice.
So
The Holy Triad.
I saw a thing on the internet. It might have been on our What the Fuck page. It said when you kiss somebody, you're basically connecting your butthole to butthole.
You're making one continuous tube.
Yeah, it's kind of gross now.
Yeah, that is gross.
Okay.
All right, so anybody else have anything they want to say about Fans Toys $350 Guardian?
Yeah,
I got something to say.
I'm not going to get this, but what I will do is once I get whichever Omega representation I'm going to get, I will paint the current chug size one that I made out of a G1 and a Cybertron Metroplex and all that fucking shit. I will paint that to be this, and that will fit perfectly in as much as I care about this character.
What about you, JC?
Pre-fucking ordered.
I figured.
That's all I got to say. You know what sold it for me is the color of the wings and the rocket. I love that fucking gunmetal shit.
It does look good. It's just I don't need it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it looks good.
I need it.
I like the color scheme, but 1 Omega would be enough for me. It's not a character I feel that I need to have every repaint of. It does make me wonder if they're going to do the Diaclone colored one, the red and black one.
Oh,
I might
God,
actually
please.
buy that. That's the converters
Please do
one,
that
man.
shit.
Or whatever line it was from. I know it was pre-Transformers.
Yeah, I want that converters one. I would buy that because that would look badass. More badass
Oh,
than this.
yeah, dude.
Hey, JC, do you need do you need this toy more than your daughter needs an education?
No, probably not, but she's pretty she's got an education issue coming, so
she's gonna get a scholarship anyway, right?
yeah.
When she's working at the Piggly Wiggly and she got 5 kids on the welfare, and you come to her and say, "I could have had that extra $350, but I like the gunmetal on the wings and the rocket."
She'll be fine. She has rich grandparents.
Dude, I ain't even fucking sending my kids to college. Fuck it.
Well,
I don't think
they're
it's
gonna
important.
go where they go. I mean, it's gonna be their choice, not yours, right?
Exactly. If they want to, fine, fantastic.
I mean, I'm still pushing for the military for my daughter, but I'm hoping she goes to college first and then gets a commission.
You trying to raise a dyke?
No, I'm trying to raise a fucking badass fucking terrorist killer.
Okay.
She wants to bomb fucking ISIS in fucking fighter jets, so I'm gonna let her do it.
Nice.
She's a tough chick, man.
If she plays her cards right, she'll get to bomb Korea too.
God, I hope so. God, I hope so. Kill them all.
And speaking of things being destroyed, let's move on to Fans Project has announced. I don't even know what we're calling this thing.
Garbage.
Trash.
These are the new shitty Commander armors for your 15-year-old Generations figure or whatever.
Classics.
Like 10. Like
Classics.
10 years old.
Because that's what everyone wants, to turn Optimus Prime into a Power Master Prime without a trailer.
You guys know what this looks like?
Which I'm looking at the Magnus now. That's the first one on there is the Magnus. I guess it's Magnus.
Yeah.
It's
You
hard
know
to
what it
tell.
looks like is those fucking I don't know if you guys remember, but back in 2003 Mega Bloks came out with some sets, some Transformer sets.
No.
This is what this shit reminds me of.
Really? It does look mega blocky.
So Spiros, how many of this Magnus armor are you buying?
He's gone.
Spiros, you there?
Scared him away again.
Man, oh come on.
You know what? The robot mode doesn't look fucking horrible, except for the goddamn arm panels that have been there. They just added to them. Look, they put a little piece over the arm panel to make them even worse.
Fucking hands look like fucking claws.
Yeah, they do.
You see how the knuckles break?
I'm
at the
back.
top? There you are, man.
Dude.
Missing one.
Oh, you're
It's
just
probably-
in time.
It's
I got
probably
it.
better that you weren't here for that.
Yeah, I got. Turn the Uber app off. It's fucking. It keeps pinging you like, come on to work, and it's kicking off your Skype.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna have if I get kicked off again, I'm probably gonna have to delete the Skype app and re-download it and see if that fixes the fucking herpes. But
Do you know where we're at?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely down for the Fans Project Magnus. I've been I'm connected to the calls and I can hear everything. It's just when I want to talk and but yeah, I mean, I'm in for this. I was in for it 3 years ago, and I can't have any holes in the Ultra Magnus collection. So even if it was a fucking piece of shit, I'd probably still buy it.
So are you getting another donor Magnus for this armor? Because I assume you already have a Magnus in City Commander armor.
Yeah, I got a Junker Magnus like 2-3 years ago when this was initially announced. So it's just been sitting in a box, not being touched for.
So you've been waiting for this for 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, every time someone talks about Fans Project, I'm like, when the fuck is this gonna come out? Like,
Well, it
I'm
looks
still
closer.
waiting for my snarl.
dude,
Well, man,
not-
just 2 or 3 more years, you'll have it. No big deal.
They come back from the grave with this bullshit.
yeah, I gotta say it's a weird choice for them to, make their, quote unquote triumphant return with this kit. Like, I would have definitely led with Snarl or one of the Function X guys.
Or fuck, why not even a repaint of Dino King in the Monstructor? You know?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know,
this
that seems like it'd be a big upfront, cost for people. Which, I mean, I know a lot of people have been, chomping at that idea since Dino King came out. But I think if you're gonna dip your foot back in the waters of, being in the third party scene, I definitely would have led with Snarl, which everybody has been saying, release that fucking Snarl.
Yeah.
Well, this does look a lot better than the old City Commander armor.
I don't know. It looks okay. I don't think it looks better by any means.
I think it looks a lot better. That's the most disappointed I've ever been in my collecting years is when I put that thing together. I was like, oh god, why'd I buy this?
Really? Still want
Yeah, I didn't like it. But I mean, I came into it probably a lot later than some people did, so I already had freaking Quake Wave and shit when I bought it.
Okay.
Then I got this, and I was like, man, where am I gonna put this? This doesn't look good with anything.
JC, for your next review, you should just loop that frickin' shoulder joint that you're playing with for 2 hours.
Dude, that was the leg joint, man. I thought it was gonna be quiet, but
If you ever miss a show, we're just gonna put that noise every now and then for you, just so people think you're here.
That a vape pull and the breathing.
Yeah, the Darth Vader breathing.
Well, you know what you need to do now, Chris.
What?
So since you're working on that custom, you're gonna have to make that one arm extremely obnoxious when you move it.
yes.
Put some sandpaper in the joints. So, is anybody buying this besides Spiros?
No.
No.
Nope.
Well, the good news is I saw somewhere, I don't remember where, I think it's going to be $40, which is fairly cheap compared to the original set.
So are you gonna get it when it's on sale for 20?
No. It's either $40 or like 5 little Debbie UPC codes.
I don't know. I think I might be sick in the head because I'm actually thinking about getting the Optimus kit too.
Mm.
I
think the Optimus kit looks better, I think.
It definitely looks.
I mean,
better.
it looks like.
And we lost him.
Oh
There's
no.
It looks like
Yeah.
you could use it. Looks like you could use them as an antenna to get more internet. Oh man, poor Spirits. All right, so nobody's buying this but him.
No.
All right, so moving on. Perfect Effect Origin Xerxes, or their, I guess, what was that, Scourge? Who's that supposed to be with the blue?
Sure.
It's another repaint of.
It's
Lion
Scourge or
Prime.
Nemesis Prime or Scourge, one of the two.
Yeah, it's not bought. Totally not bought.
This is fucking.
But I bet you JC's gonna buy one.
Bet you I'm not.
No, I know,
I'm
man.
done with these motherfuckers.
He's gonna wait for the knockoff.
God damn, dude.
Look at that first picture. That isn't even posed. That's just they set it down and the legs just split like that.
Dude, mine does that. Mine does that. It just does the splits.
It
If
looks
it ain't
really
on the stand, it ain't working.
The fucking amount of
it look-
repaints on this thing already is, it's bordering on Hasbro-esque.
Well, it looks
Well,
really
yeah.
cool. It's just I don't have any attachment to that at all. Like zero.
How can we get so many fucking repaints out of a Lion Prime thing, but then when somebody releases a Seeker or something, it seems like they drag their feet.
Mhm.
Well, this has been a few years in the making. It's not like they're, not taking their time with them. The mold is just fucking degraded all the fuck and it doesn't work no more.
Well, I don't think the first one was all that great, was it? As far as like, build?
Well, I never had the first one, but I had the second one, the original Xerxes, the red and black. And that thing was solid, man. It didn't have no problems. So I picked up this third one thinking, it's going to be the same thing. And it's a fucking mess, dude. It's a disaster.
Do you think it's because they're using melted down Fans Project Snarls to build it?
It's possible. It's possible. There's a lot of die cast in it, though, so I don't know.
They should put all the die cast in the head so it falls over.
It does. It falls over anyway.
Nice.
Like it just flops right over to the side, like there's nothing holding it there. Ridiculous.
So, who is anybody buying this?
No.
No, I like the colors. I mean, the lion looks pretty fucking badass.
Yeah, I might get it. Fuck.
Nah, don't give them money, man. Don't do it.
Dude, I love the way that looks.
There's a fucking another welfare dependency for your child.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like buying meth. You you shouldn't go out and buy any meth, but you do it anyway.
I don't think it's like really the same.
Pretty much the fucking same.
Well, it's probably just as bad for you.
Yeah, I agree. It's $160 I'm never gonna get back.
Yeah, no.
Like it's so bad I would never sell it to anybody.
Dude,
And I'm sure that there's people that disagree with us, so hate on us in the comments as hard as you can. Like, really
They
bad.
can kiss my ass because I know better. Like
No, but I want to see it.
I'm gonna review this figure here coming up. I'll probably have it up. I want to say Sunday or Monday,
You should
and
do it live.
you guys can all see how shitty it really is.
All right, so then I guess with that done, you guys want to move on to Takara Grand Maximus?
Sure.
Yes,
I think it's awesome. I wish it wasn't $280.
I know.
Plus
Fuck.
$1,000 shipping, probably.
But I need it.
You can get it. You got it from Chosen Prime for $280. I guess that's shipped. I can't see the link.
Yeah, they got free shipping after $150. So
Nice.
I want it so fucking bad, but that's an Omega Sentinel. Like I don't know.
I'd rather have this than Omega Sentinel.
Really?
Maybe not from Takara. I'm talking about Grand Maximus. It's $260. It's not $280.
Oh yeah, that's not bad, but still rich for what it is.
Well, considering how much you'd have to pay for an original one.
Mm-hmm. I have the original one sitting right up over me.
I don't want an original one. I want something that looks better than the original one.
I'll tell you, after having the Fort Max, the new Fort Max, and then the old Grand Max, I actually think the old one's more fun than the new one. Like that G1, the G1 Fort Max mold is money, dude. That thing is great. That's a great toy, like freaking 30 years later.
Yeah,
I've never owned it.
No, neither did I.
I got the Encore release, and I have the RID Brave Max, the red and blue one.
Yeah, I have the Brave Max. Never mind. Not the Grand Max. I have Brave Max. I wish I had a Grand Max. That's like the really expensive one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
$1,000 figure.
No, I got Brave Max, who I actually like Brave Max coloring better than this one.
The fucking naming schemes suck. Brave Max,
Yeah.
Grand Max,
Tampax.
Ah!
Jinx is shit.
I got the old Toy World Grand Max, and that's still a solid figure.
Yeah, I have one too. I have the Fort Max one. He's with my Matakara Fort Max.
Isn't there like an upscaled KO of that figure coming out?
I think so.
I think so, yeah. I'm good on that. I don't need that shit. Fuck the KO.
I don't think I'm gonna buy this, but there's a chance I'll change my mind if I have like extra money laying around for something like this.
I'll pass on it just based. I don't really have much connection to the fiction that Grand Max comes from. I haven't even bought the Fort Max for that mold yet.
Yep. There's Spiros. Back from the grave.
Are you here?
Hey
Spiros?
guys.
Yes.
Hey,
Every time
buddy.
he pops in, can we like add the Thriller like opening music?
The stench of 40,000 years.
I would do it for a gag, and I'll probably do it on just this marker, but fuck, that's way too much work.
Okay, before we lose you again, rapid fire. You getting that Leonidas thing?
No.
Okay, now Grand Max.
Possibly if I fall into a lot of money.
Okay, now you're caught up.
All right, so hey Chris, did you say if you're buying this or not yet?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, I figured not. I was trying to plug my headset in and it was starting to die, so I had to take my headset off. All right, so moving on. Let's move on to the custom spotlight.
Oh, hold on. I put some stuff in the wrong order in the notes here. Scroll down a little bit, Jail.
Oh, wait, what is this?
Rice bugs.
What's this? I see like a black piece of shit. What is that?
Yeah, what is that? Ew.
The barricade.
Yes.
No, it actually doesn't. I'm joking. It don't look bad. It's just way out of order.
I guess
So
this
is
is this the
what is
master?
it?
So I guess we're getting a master. I thought we already knew we were getting a masterpiece.
No,
Barricade.
this is better images of it, supposedly.
Okay, it looks like barricade.
Well, fuck
that's-
you guys. I'm all about this goddamn figure. I'm buying the shit out of it.
I'll probably pick it up too, just to go with the other two, because I really do like the masterpiece movie figures. It's
Me
just
too.
looking at it, I'm not as excited about this one.
Yeah,
I
it doesn't
didn't.
look as good, I don't think.
I don't think it looks as much like I remember Barricade, unless I'm just remembering wrong. The robot mode.
I think it looks better than the Human Alliance figure, which I didn't think it was gonna, but I think it does.
I think it looks like shapes.
Yeah, we need better pictures still. I think this is just messing with us.
Yeah, I agree.
And then there's one more slide under their jail. This was rumors.
Oh, from Sun 2018 hashtag news. We got what does this say here?
So basically, it's saying that they're gonna do a Beetle from the Bumblebee movie. Do a Bumblebee from the Beetle in MP scale is what it's saying.
Okay. You think they'll use the MP Bumblebee mold for that?
I have no idea.
I bet they will. Slap
want
your
that-
head on that bitch and you're good to go.
I want the freaking German infiltrator Bumblebee from the last night.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
And leader Blackout, new leader Grimlock, Voyager Starscream. Thought we already knew we were getting that.
I don't know. I seen it pop up in the newsfeed along with these pictures of Masterpiece Barricades. So I figured it was, if it's not news, it's a good reminder of stuff that's going to be coming out supposedly.
In 2018.
Well, year's almost over.
True. So who's buying all this?
It depends. I'll buy it if it's actual masterpiece shit, but I'm not going to buy more Voyager and Deluxe fucking, even if they have a new Deco movie crap.
Hey, Spirits, we can hear you.
All right, yeah, just because I quit the call and then I dialed right back in so I could talk.
Oh, God.
But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Leader Blackout, like, I'd be interested to see that, but, I mean, I'm over movie toys, so, it'd have to be something really special for me to actually give a shit.
It'll be interesting if they do the MP lockdown that's on the list too, if they're able to actually top that third-party one or not, because that one looks really, really good.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to top that one. That shit looks fucking incredible.
That shit looks like it employs witchcraft.
It's fine.
Which one?
Haru kill.
Oh, it does look pretty good.
But yeah, that would be all the news now, Jail.
Nice. So let's get to something way more interesting than all that. Custom Spotlight. Sculptbot Deluxe Scaled Fangry. Looks good.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like Fangry. Hasbro probably already saw these and is printing these out right now.
Or
Yep.
maybe they have set a cease and desist.
Maybe. They like to do that a lot lately.
They've been
Yeah.
doing that.
But this guy took a...
Dude,
go ahead.
Nah, man, this morning I was making breakfast, dude. I put out some Eggos and shit, and some guy dropped by my house and gave me a C&D on my waffles.
Did he tell you to let go?
No, he just took him and left. Then he asked me if I heard the good news.
About our Lord and Savior, Wizard Cat?
No, that I was gonna have more waffles soon.
Oh, okay. So this guy took
But yeah,
a,
this looks really good.
Deluxe, was it Weirdwolf?
It's like the new Grotesque, isn't it?
No, it's the Weirdwolf.
No, this is
mold.
Weird Wolf.
Weirdwolf has the arm covers on the inside.
I can't fucking tell the difference.
Of course you can.
Oh, I can't.
But it does look like Fangry, and it does look really good. So who's buying this?
I'd buy it. If Hasbro fucking sold this, I'd buy it.
Well, good news. They're going to probably make one like this. Probably not as detailed as this, but they're going to make one.
He'll be in
I like
Power of the
green inside
Primes.
the mouth.
No, I think his paint scheme is right on for what Hasbro would do. You know, it may be a little excessive for them to paint the inside of the wolf's mouth, but you know,
That's one of my favorite parts. That looks awesome with the green mouth.
It does. I like it. Like every time I see the picture of it, I'm like, damn, that's a cool little effect. And you know, that's what I like to do with mine. I don't like to overly paint mine. I just like to put paint in the right spots.
Yeah, he looks like he just finished playing with that X-Transbots breakdown boss. That's all that. He's got that.
Fuck.
He's got that puke. He's got that puke still in his mouth. Oh yeah, it looks really good, man. So shout out to Sculptbot.
Yeah.
And so moving on to my least favorite part of the show. Well, my second least favorite part of the show. Knockoff Corner.
Blech.
And these are a bunch of what did he say? Jackie?
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Jackie.
Yeah.
Giaki.
Giaki. These
They're
are
a whole. They're a bunch of very heavily modified. Look like some of them are AOE figures.
yeah.
Yeah, Drift.
They look cool for what they are, but he's like, nah.
The only one I can't place is the one that turns into some kind of fucking like slab of a car. It looks like a fucking Flintstone mobile.
Nice. Like I might buy one of these if it was at the gas station for $5.99,
Yeah.
and I was drunk.
The roof looks pretty cool.
What's
Yeah,
that
like
little,
the half rook.
Yeah.
What's that little pink bird thing on the bottom?
That actually looks like the Prime Starscream mold.
Maybe. What if these are the canceled Transformer BotCon figures for next year?
Oh no, this required way too much heavy retooling for that. All BotCon does is fucking repaint something and slap a $150 sticker on it.
No, they do. They do retooling. Like
They
they
might
do heads and stuff.
Yeah, shit, head retool.
Oh, big deal.
Yeah,
They might give you a pretender shell that turns into a gorilla.
Oh.
that's cool. I got that one. I like it.
Or a Ravage head looks like it's been affected by Zika.
Yeah, no, I did not buy that one. I skipped that. I skipped most of that line.
That had so much derp going on.
I wish you have small cranium.
I kind of like the one that looks like Steel Core a little bit
Yeah.
with the trailer.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, actually. I mean, these are actually pretty cool looking knockoffs. Oh, I can't believe I just said that, but
It's all right, man.
I think that one is
It-
is that Prime Breakdown too?
I can't tell. They've been remolded so well, I can hardly tell what their original bot was. I mean, like that girl bot. I mean, who knows what the fuck that is?
I think that's Prime Starscream.
You think so?
Yeah.
No.
The legs definitely look like Prime Starscream.
I don't think so. If it is, it's heavily remolded.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're all heavily remolded.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because each one of them is going to shorten your lifespan.
Hey,
Or shorten your peener.
If they shorten my lifespan at the price range of $15 to $20, I might take that risk.
Yeah, for all of them.
You just smoke cigarettes instead.
Nah.
You could probably smoke this plastic. It's probably got some chemicals in it. So besides Chris, who's buying these?
No.
Yeah, no.
All right, well,
What the KO company needs to do is they need to blind pack them and introduce them to little girls.
yeah, they do.
Why?
Because then spirits will have to buy them all.
All right.
I'm gonna start telling my daughter, like, don't accept strange toys from classmates anymore.
Yeah.
She's
Probably
not
a
gonna
good
listen.
idea.
She won't.
I'm gonna
listen.
be like, don't be that fucking kid that kids dump all their shit on. Like,
Hey, man, give me your address. I want to send you a Fans Project headmaster. For her.
Swamper?
yeah, check the PMs.
Then you got to try and get all of them, and then you'll never get it finished because there's no hard head. So I guess up next we got, looks like a oversized knockoff of the DX9 Megatron.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
How big is this thing?
Just big enough for you to choke on, cheap piece of shit.
Legend scale.
They're bigger than Legend Scale. Don't they upsize these things?
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
just slightly on some of them, but on the newer DX9, they're definitely, I'd say probably a head taller, at least.
I bet when you die, there's another circle of hell for this.
You know what it looks like to me?
What?
Crap.
Okay.
Well, the
It kind of
original
reminds.
one's okay, just okay. It's pretty good, but it's not great, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It
But
it kind of reminds me of those figures that everyone was kind of going gaga over those Chinese things that were released at Walgreens. Everyone wanted that Jetfire thing. It kind of reminds me of
fuck.
that.
Oh, that ain't that bad, man.
No, it's better than that. I have this mold.
I
I
have
have
that.
the real one.
I have the fucking Jetfire one, and that's the one the Prowl is from the line that I just made into Nightbeat. So they're kind of crappy.
Yeah, I saw those at Walgreens, man. They look like shit.
Aren't they like $25 or something stupid too? There.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn. I wish mine would get those we'll get those clones in. I don't think I'm ever gonna see those.
No. Megatron.
Yeah, Mega Trouser.
Megatron.
Mega Trounce. That's dumb.
It is.
Yeah, it is stupid.
Let's go buy the original one. Does this say China Toy? It says China Toy Expo on the top.
Now, what did you say the original one was made by?
The DX9.
So are we sure that this isn't another DX9 company?
Could be.
Maybe. I don't know. It has Fans Toys in the name.
Could be Fans Toys.
It's like we're gonna kick
never
everybody
know.
out, but we're starting at the bottom.
I heard there was a phone call. Fans Toys might be making knockoffs. You heard it here first, folks.
You want to extrapolate, sir?
I can't, man. You know, it was one of those fucking Chinese whispered phone calls, and somebody called so-and-so, and so-and-so said that Fans Toys was making knockoffs in their factory.
Well, it's a good thing somebody's taken some legal action against them then.
It's true. It's true.
Catfish just reminds me of Homer Simpson from that one episode where he like discovered the internet, and he started making outlandish like claims that turned out to be true, like some secret society was like running the world, and Homer thought he was making all the shit up, and it was turned out to be true.
Mhm.
Catfish is like, yep, Fans Toys KOs, and then like next week we're gonna get a report.
Man, did he go on to become president in that episode?
No.
That's fucked up, man. Shout out to Donald Trump.
Boo.
Yay.
let me tell you about China.
You can name any politician, and I'm gonna go. Go ahead, Spiros.
Let me tell you about China.
All right,
Did
go
you
on.
know,
Did you drop out again?
Did you know that Puerto Rico is very far away?
No, it's not.
According to Trump, it's very far away.
And
Well, it's far away if you walk.
Yeah, it's pretty far. I mean,
It's an island surrounded by big water.
Right, it's right on the other side of Cuba.
and will he be meeting the president of the U.S. Virgin Islands there?
Yeah, he's convened a summit with the president of Puerto Rico, president of Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and Guam.
Hopefully they can get something done together.
The whole delegation.
he's smart.
God knows, man.
But he makes me laugh, so it's all good.
You're loving it, JC. This is the America you wanted.
I know. It fucking makes me laugh, dude, every day.
This is the America we deserve, honestly.
Yep.
It is.
True.
I agree.
It's true as fuck, dude. Oh, man. So, Spiros, are you buying this knockoff oversized DX9 Megatron? Okay, I'm gonna take that as a no.
Nope.
I like his avatar. It's just a little bot screaming. You know. All right, so I guess let's move on. We're gonna move on to asshole of the week, which is Fans Toys or Hasbro, I guess. Hasbro got a C&D. What the fuck? Hasbro sent a C&D to Fans Toys this week.
Or did they?
Maybe.
Well, everybody apparently fucking thinks they do, or the next person thinks, oh no, this is total bullshit. I personally don't give a fuck.
No,
Sure.
I've seen all kinds of interesting theories. Some people saying it's Fans Toys trying to market Make Toys in that regard. I've seen some people say that it's the competitors to Fan Toys trying to spread rumors about them, and
Even a few retailers' names came up.
Oh yeah.
But I can tell you the truth.
Oh, you have a different theory, JC?
Actually, I know.
Oh, well, do tell.
What do you know?
I know where this came from. I was sitting at work one day. I was bored. And I got a hold of my good buddy Bugs here. And I'm like, Bugs, let's make up a fake fucking CND from Hasbro to Fans Toys and spread it all over the internet.
And then
Sure
I was sitting there and I'm like, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. So sure enough, about an hour later, he texted to me, and I threw it in one group, and then I deleted it about 5 minutes later, just enough time to let it simmer. Within the hour, it had blown up. It was everywhere, and people were going ape shit. And then some guy found the original letter that we copied and kind of blew it wide open. But people are still, still think it's real, and
Still real to me.
Well,
Anyway, y'all motherfuckers got pranked again by TKO.
and
Oh,
thanks, JC. This is now through our show. At least 8 people will know it's not real.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to go back to that. That sounded like the last the last little driblet of fucking cum you just
Oh,
slap
come
on
on.
your fucking wife's fucking thigh as you're done. You're like, here you go.
That's great.
Fuck all y'all. Motherfuckers, everybody want to spread fake news around the fandom. Well, there's some fake news for you. And you know what? I got something even better up my sleeve. So be prepared.
Uh-oh.
Well, you know what happens now. People are gonna be watching what JC shares, and
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got patsies that'll do it for me.
So technically, does this make you the asshole of the week?
Yes.
Actually, we are co-asshole of the week, Bugs and I.
High five.
Yay!
Yeah, I didn't think I could make it any more painfully obvious with how pretty much I damn near copied the whole letter verbatim, only changing Monopoly into Transformers.
It's funny.
Yeah, and
'cause-
everybody was all, man, this wasn't written by a lawyer. Well, it kind of was.
It
Well, wait,
was.
people were saying it was photoshopped, but it wasn't actually photoshopped, was it?
No, I completely retyped the entire letter, and then I took a screenshot, and then I sent it to JC.
Yeah, so suck on that, internet Photoshop detectives.
All y'all are dumb and got small peeners.
Was the original letter real? You know, that you copied from? Was it a real
Yeah.
legal document?
I don't know. I Googled, I put in Google, and I put in Hasbro and cease and desist, and that was the first search result that come up. Was
Okay.
to some Monopoly site that was like doing an online game, and they got served with it because they were infringing on Monopoly.
Awesome.
But it was from like 2012, I think, is when the letter was written. Because then immediately some of the super sleuths were talking about how this attorney no longer worked at that firm and all this fun stuff.
They were wasting all kinds of time trying to figure out if this was real or not.
Yep.
Oh, man, that's funny. So, Spiros, you still there? So who's going to answer these questions? You guys hang out for a second, see if he pops back in?
Yeah.
We'll give him a minute.
Oh, man.
If not, one of us can do the questions.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or somebody can just pretend they're Spiros and answer the questions. You can edit it out.
That'd be kind of funny.
If anybody can
nominate-
do his voice.
I nominate Chris.
Yeah.
To answer the questions?
Yes.
Yeah,
As Spiros.
Yes.
sure. Well, hang on, give him a second. He disappeared, which means he's going to pop back in.
Okay.
Oh, so you ready? It's time to get to know the guest, Spiros. Are you ready?
Lightning round these questions before my fucking connection kicks out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think you already talked a little bit, but tell us about your podcast you're on.
All right. Information Creep, IDW Transformers comics. We're currently working through like all the fucking history of IDW comics. Eventually, once we catch up, we want to do like, whatever issue came out that week. But right now we're plotting through, I think we're like just past Dark Cybertron, so we're fucking way, way back.
Nice.
So we need to start doing like double episodes every week to fucking catch up.
Well, I do listen. I'm not caught up, but I've listened to about 7 or 8 of them. I do enjoy it. It's a pretty good show.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate
Mhm.
that.
And I got to get on listening, honestly.
I'm going to have to quit my job to listen to everybody's shows.
Mhm.
So, what's your preferred nickname or handle?
Probably just the one that I have on TFW is Dark Magnus. I don't know where it came from. Like the idea really is just like a Decepticon Magnus, so it'd be like, black and purple and, I don't know, some other fucking color.
Nice. What year was the Earth blessed with your presence?
1981.
That's a good year. That's when my wife was born.
Nice. It's a good year.
And all right. So, what's your favorite sandwich?
Favorite sandwich? Fuck. Does a gyros count as a sandwich?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, yeah, we'll go with that.
With what?
A gyros or as
Gyro? Gyro?
some gyro.
It's Greek.
Grinder?
Goddamn gyro. It's in America.
Do you eat that weird sucky sauce on it?
The tzatziki, yeah, that
Sucky
shit's
sauce?
awesome.
I call it
Just-
sucky sauce.
Just put it all over my face, like I don't care.
Gross.
Chris is getting turned on.
You're gross. So what's your favorite kind of music?
Fuck. Honestly, like I don't have a favorite type of music. I listen to pretty much everything. I don't know. One of my favorite bands. Okay, this is gonna be really fucked up because one of my favorite bands is U2, which I know you guys are probably gonna be like fag. And then another one of my favorite bands is Rammstein, which you guys might also say fag. So I mean, my music tastes vary all over the fucking place.
That is pretty varied.
And guilty pleasure, I fucking will drop everything to listen to Lady Gaga if she pops on the radio, because like I would fucking give both testicles to like be with that woman. I don't know what it is about her.
Probably her big ass dick.
Maybe my ex had a mannish face, so maybe I just have maybe there's something going on that I need to talk to a therapist about.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she has more than just a mannish face, but please continue.
Maybe there's something you need to go discover about yourself one night.
Oh, JC, I mean, you're the one who likes, small tits and ass. So I mean, you
True.
You probably have a thing for prepubescent girls. So
Hey, I'd still hit it though. Like even if she was a dude at one point, like
JC would have sex with anything, basically.
pretty much.
He was born that way.
JC's like heartbeat in that order.
Maybe you get the best of both worlds, man. A chick with a dick.
Might as well, right?
Try it out.
Tyler knows all about it.
Oh god, dude. Poor Tyler. Oh man. All right, so what got you back into collecting?
Honestly, Armada. Like I saw.
Yes.
I saw a fucking Toy Fair magazine in the mall, and it had a cover story on Armada, and I started flipping through that, and then I went to Toys R Us, found some Armada toys. Like I found the Thundercracker, the Starscream repaint.
Yep.
And then, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then I think shortly after that, the commemorative reissues came out. So I bought all those fuckers, from Toys R Us.
Aww.
And it was pretty much a done deal from there. I've fucking been collecting since the Armada days. So the Unicron trilogy kind of has I have a soft spot for the Unicron trilogy. So like that Make Toys Galaxy Meteor, fucking just it clicks all the boxes.
So, quick side question, since you're talking about the Unicron trilogy. I know you're a Magnus collector. Were you able to score an Energon Ultra Magnus without paying scalper prices?
Yeah, actually, I went to Target when it first started showing up, and they had everything on the shelf except for that size class. I think it was Ultras back in the day.
Yep.
So I asked the person to look in the back because I was such a fucking power nerd. I had the DPCI for the Ultra class on me. So I had the person check in the back, and they came out, and it was a fucking case of Magnus and Tidal Wave. So I told the guy to not even take him out of the case. I just took the case up to the checkout and bought it.
How many pieces
Nice.
in a case?
It was only 2.
2 a case? Okay.
Yeah, so it's 1 Magnus, 1 Tidal Wave. which Tidal Wave I still think is one of the best fucking figures released to date. Just needs some knee articulation, and honestly, it can be on par with anything being put out today.
I agree with that.
Yeah, me too.
Is that why you sold them in the fucking hotel room?
I sold the Energon repaint that Spiros bought. I still have my Takara one, which is the best paint scheme on that figure.
Okay.
I just sold that. Fucking, that hurt.
Mm.
I've been having to sell some things due to some issues that have popped up, and in an effort to keep the Ultra Magnus collection in one piece, I've been selling pretty much everything that's not the Ultra Magnus collection. And not gonna lie, that Armada title or the Takara tidal wave, and
Legend, yeah,
and the Cybertron Megatron were the two pieces that they bothered me the most. Regrets, realm of regrets.
So, what scale do you collect then?
Pretty much outside of the Ultra Magnus collection, I'm pretty much just generation scale, chug scale, because I collect mostly Mastermind Creation stuff. So they've got their generation / whatever. Because I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't even call their shit generation scale because it rarely fits in with anything Hasbro's putting out right now. So, I mean, Mastermind Creations pretty much has their own scale, and that's pretty much what I collect. And then I'll pick up the odd Takara thing, like the Super Jinrai and the God Bomber.
Okay.
Nice. So, do you have a Focus collection or any non-Transformers collections?
No, it's pretty much only Transformers. And then, yeah, I mean, I have the odd like Gundam model kit, but outside of that, it's pretty much all Transformers. I used to have a huge Star Wars collection, but as I like looked around my house apartments through the year, I was just like, fuck all this shit. It's like, I mean, it's funny, and I don't mean to go on a tangent, but what the fuck? Fight Club is one of my favorite movies. And there's that line, like, the things you own begin to own you.
Oh yeah.
And like, I really felt like that because I had all this shit, and like my room looked like the warehouse from Indiana Jones.
Mm.
So I was like, you know what? This isn't a way for me to live. Like, I need to fucking get this shit purged out. And like, I got rid of all my Star Wars shit. I got rid of like 99% of my Gundam shit. So it's just down to Transformers. And even then, it's down to pretty much just the Ultra Magnus collection and then my Mastermind Creations collection.
Probably have a lot more room to breathe now.
So do you collect anything like comics or movies or DVDs or anything like that, or?
I mean, I have Transformers comics. I usually get them digitally, like through Comixology. But I do have a focus on Ultra Magnus themed covers. So, and I don't know what it is about IDW, but they fucking must hate Ultra Magnus collectors because pretty much any collection or any comic that has Ultra Magnus prominently featured on it is a retailer incentive. So you have to like pay out the ass to get those.
I've got a question for you, and it's not even on the list. What is your deal with Ultra Magnus?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, City Commander was one of my first third-party items. Like, so that kind of has a spot in my soft spot. And then the Ultra Magnus reissue was the first commemorative reissue that I got. And I don't know. I always thought he was cool. Like, even going back to the movie, people want to fucking always go back to that, like, I can't deal with it line. And I just saw him as fucking badass, like, from the first moment when, Autobot City is getting attacked and he's, telling everybody what to do like a fucking boss. So
he just showed up like literally 5 seconds before.
You're like, who's this motherfucker giving orders now?
I don't know, but he's big. You better listen.
I don't know. I probably needed to attach my psyche to someone strong because I just watched all the fucking Autobots get ass raped on the shuttle. Like, dude, I like that. Like, people want to say Michael Bay raped like their childhood, and when people were posting about the '86 movie like anniversary, I'm like, no, this movie raped my childhood when I was a child. Like when I saw Prowl's eyes go red and the smoke come out of his mouth, I was like my fucking 4-year-old mind, like it basically said, holy shit, this is going down. Like, before I even knew those words, like, my brain formulated that thought.
All your toys are dead.
So yeah, I don't know. Plus, he's got a fucking good color scheme, red, white, and blue. Who can argue with that?
True.
America.
USA.
So, to knock off or not to knock off?
To not knock off, unless it's a white Masterpiece Prime that hasn't done.
Okay. What movie makes you cry?
Ooh,
Besides the Transformers movie.
yeah. And it's so funny because it's probably why my ex is my ex, but I think when I showed her that movie, I may have shed a tear. So she probably decided at that moment that I was no longer boyfriend / partner material. But movie that makes me cry now. Oh fuck! You know what? Okay. That movie Arrival that came out with Amy Adams and fucking Hawkeye.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Like, and it's because as a parent, like, you watch that movie and like it just, I don't know, that fucker hit me really hard. Like, I cried at that movie.
No, I get it's a deep fucking movie. And
Oh yeah,
and it's
no
one
doubt,
of those
like,
ones that you may not figure it out until the end.
yeah, like if you don't have kids, I don't think that movie resonates with you as much as it would if you did have kids.
Yeah, and you'll never know because you already have them, so you don't know the other side of the equation.
Right, exactly.
Well, I really enjoyed it. I don't have any kids.
Okay.
I enjoyed it, and then I come home and got really drunk and fucked around. Nobody interrupted me.
Not even your wife.
Yeah. So, have you ever done anything untoward for your toy addiction?
Well,
He drives for Uber.
hey, there's no
Oh man. Well, we know it's.
Bugs.
Well,
Damn.
we know you listen because you know what the question means.
Buzz always is giving out what people do for a living.
Yeah.
shit. I mean, if anyone wants a cash ride in the Tampa area, hit me up. Haven't done. No, I've probably done the irresponsible shit and maybe not paid a bill that month to get a figure. But as far as anything that is deeply unsettling, I'd say no.
Maybe blow a trucker at a truck stop.
He said unsettling. Come on.
For the Walgreens clones.
That's my collection.
So, getting on to more serious stuff. Tits, ass, face, legs, or other.
Do I have to rank them or what's
No,
my
you have
favorite?
to pick one.
Which
Oh,
is your
pick
favorite?
Most
one?
important.
I'm gonna say ass, just because I'm not looking for a relationship, so I couldn't care less about the face, and an ass is good to fucking grab onto. So
Good
Wrong
news for
answer.
Good
Wrong
news
answer.
for
It's money.
it's good news for Tyler then, right?
Oh man,
Oh, poor Tyler.
does he have an ass?
he does now.
No, not really.
Well, you have to ask JC. He has the most experience with it.
Oh my god.
They were cuddle buddies.
JC, is it more than a handful?
Man, I can't. Man, it's all right. You know, for a dude, he's got a nice thick booty.
Growth. So
I'm still
what's
waiting
a
on the cops to show up for that rape charge.
weird-
That's only if it's reported, JC.
Yeah, I don't think he's done that stupid.
You know what I want to say? I'm imagining Tyler sitting in a fucking police room with his fucking social worker coming in with the fucking doll. Show me where they touched you on the doll.
You know what I'm imagining? I'm imagining Tyler like just throwing up a post that just says "Me too."
Oh.
Oh man, I almost threw up a post that said "me never," but I figured that would trigger the fuck out of like all my female friends on Facebook.
Oh man.
You know, I didn't really get in trouble with mine yesterday. None of the girls said anything on my Facebook.
What did you put?
I put on there, type "me too" in the comments if you or anyone you have ever
Oh.
loved has been affected by small peener.
I tagged a few people.
Oh man.
I'm sure there was a few girls offended by that though.
Who cares? Fuck them.
Yeah, that's what I say too. Fuck them.
So what's a weird thing about you, man? Like idiosyncrasies, phobias, etc.
I feel physical pain when I hear someone say I could care less. Like, there's a shudder that goes through my body. Like, whenever I hear somebody say that phrase, it's just like, it just drives me fucking nuts. I also can't stand it when people don't put the shopping cart away. I smoke and I don't smoke in my car. So like I frequently have cigarettes like in store parking lots and I like just people watch while I'm doing that. And I've seen fucking people like with the shopping cart like a spot away from a cartwell. And I've seen them push it around their car to the other side and fucking leave it in the parking spot. Like,
You should go out there and beat him with that damn cart.
dude, I'm telling you, I'm gonna fucking carry like a dozen eggs in my trunk, and this is Florida, so it's not like it's cold out. I'm just gonna fucking egg people.
Or you could just like shop at Aldi's.
Exactly, like that might help me. That might help me get over my hatred of the human race.
Well, you know what though? I did do a bad thing. I've only been to Aldi's like 3 or 4 times because they're not really near me. I just see them when I'm out of town. Like one time I left the fucking cart with my quarter in it out in the parking lot like a baller ass motherfucker.
So did I, dude.
I feel so privileged when I can leave the cart because the quarter is not worth walking back to the store.
Yeah, because you have to go all the way back to the store.
Yeah,
You-
it's all,
Like I had my
you
2
made
kids
so-
in the car, and it's just me. My wife's not with me. I'm like, fuck the quarter here. I just put it up against the wall so it didn't roll in a car. But fuck it.
I wonder if homeless people steal those as an investment.
Yes.
When they need
Man,
some
that's
money,
fucked up.
they turn the cart back in and get the quarter.
Dude, okay, there are some sketchy gas stations in the Tampa area, and it seems like every sketchy gas station I go into, there's one of those machines that has like the quarters and the like shelf that moves back and forth. And, you know, and you drop a quarter in, and then it pushes the other quarters over the edge of the
bulldozer game. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, dude, I wonder if there are homeless people who like go to Aldi's, try to find that quarter, and then fucking run to the CDS gas station and try to like make $1 so they can buy a Lucy.
What the fuck? Why the fuck would that be in a goddamn gas station?
That's kind of weird.
Dude, we have video poker machines in every gas station up here.
I understand it's Florida. I understand the reasoning there. Speaking of which, what's the weather like tonight?
The weather tonight is a nice 78 degrees and a little breezy.
Sweet.
Hot.
Is that your rapper name? Little breezy.
little breezy. Like,
no, it's Hot Peener.
Gross. Speaking of hot peener, what's your go-to sex position?
It's funny because I joined What the Fuck Ever today, and
right,
you guys
damn time.
You guys have that question on there, and I said doggy style, holding her hands back so that her face gets rug burn every time on every stroke.
Hey, yes, good answer.
Yes.
Wow.
Be a man.
That's illegal in like 4 states.
No, it's fine.
And the whole time fucking smacking at me like, whose fucking pussy is this?
Oh, man.
And then yelling, I can't hear you because she's talking into the fucking pillow.
God, dude. This is the part where I lose my connection to the call. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, man. So,
all right.
Well, I guess moving along, this week's total knockouts. And this one's not obvious at all.
Oh, the first one, that's mine.
No, it's not. No, really? No way.
Oh, look at this big old sexy motherfucker right here.
We're into dudes.
That's the kind of dude you see peeping in your fucking house.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Look
fine,
at
man.
him, dude.
He can come over, but I'm more interested in what he's holding. Big old albino catfish, big old white catfish. Looks like it's about, I want to say about 60 to 80 pounds. You know, sexy motherfucker. Gut. I've always wanted to catch a big white catfish, and I've never done that yet. So
I caught a big white catfish a couple weeks ago.
You did? Where
yeah,
at?
You. At TFCon.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Where'd you catch it?
In the hotel.
Yeah, in my room.
Yeah.
He fucking farted up my room.
Hook, line. I caught him hook, line, and peener. So yeah, that's
$600 for a room, and this motherfucker comes in there, he's shitting, farting, fucking. It's like, dude.
I brought vodka.
Hey, I tried to fart to make it smell better, and I think I ended up not working. But
yeah, that was bad, dude.
That was pretty bad.
So, who picked Twiggy here? Whose is this?
I think it's Spiros.
Spiros.
Which one?
Who picked the second girl here, the Twiggy one?
Which is it? The redhead or?
It's the really skinny one.
In the orange.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, okay, yeah, because I saw that, and it like the angle that she's turned at, it makes her look like she's fucking got a eating disorder. But dude, like I saw that, and I don't know, maybe it's the color, because like those tits in that shirt, like I was like, yep, that's mine.
No, this bitch is on point. That is.
You're like
that is a good looking woman right there.
I don't see any food. I'm not interested.
There's some roses
I was-
on the glasses. You could eat those.
You're not looking hard enough, JL.
I see plenty to
Yeah,
eat.
it's funny because when I posted it and Catfish was like, "Yeah," I was like, "Dude, like look at those tits and ass." I'm like, I'm willing to bet the tits are a third party add on, but it's fucking on point.
She's delightful. Thanks for sharing.
You know,
All right. So who picked the next one?
That would be mine.
I probably could have guessed that too.
Why?
I don't know.
She looks like she's 12.
Maybe.
I'd say she's at least 19.
God knows, man.
But she just... I've always had something with girls with tight green t-shirts. I don't know what it is, but this one...
Eagles.
You know, I'd hit that.
It could-
She's
it could be,
hot.
yeah.
Fuck.
But I mean, plus she has a little braid, pigtails, and a hot ass poking out the bottom of her jean shorts. And, like, it's always, like, a little... Not slutty, but kind of slutty when you see girls with cut-off jean shorts and the pockets are coming out the bottom. It's just something it's kind of tells me, like, these shorts are probably just a little bit too short, aren't they, hon?
A little bit.
One day your daughter's gonna walk out of the house wearing some shit like that.
Fuck your
So's
mother.
mine. All our daughters are.
Fuck no.
Not mine.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Not like this.
You won't be able to do a fucking thing about it.
Watch me.
Nope. You ain't gonna do shit.
Why?
It's gonna be awkward in like a couple of years when Chris picks a TKO girl and it turns out to be JC's daughter.
Man, I would fuck him up.
Oh,
God
Damn, Bugs.
Oh, man.
Do you just wait, Chris, until they, we're going thong shopping. And what the fuck you mean you're going thong shopping? She's 15 fucking years old. Well, she has to have them.
No.
Okay.
No, not my wife.
Get
Not
the
my house.
fuck out of here. Well, I wouldn't think that my wife would do that either, but, shit. You never know.
All right. So I guess let's move on to the next one. Who picked the girl in black?
I did. I really like the pose here. Obviously, in the bikini, and something about her eyes really stood out to me. Even with everything else going on in the pose, but her eyes really stood out.
Yeah, she's got that look of like, I survived my uncle, I can survive you.
Yep. Yes.
Oh, my God, man.
She got them hang low titties, too. I like those. Looks like she popped out a kid or two.
Looks like she lives in a nice neighborhood.
Oh, that's a rented pool.
No, that's a public pool. What are you talking about?
Where's the casting couch?
It's in the dumpster next to the pool. Middle of the ghetto.
Of course, she's got the little tramp stamp on the back there. You can barely see it.
And the way her back
Of course she does.
curves, she's got a nice little cum catcher right there.
There you go.
Oh, God.
Christ. Y'all are disgusting people. But you know what's not disgusting?
What?
This
Freaking
next one?
Gordon's vodka. That shit's gotten me through so many weeks. And see, this is the glass bottle one, it looks like. I can't even get that here. No, that's a plastic. Never mind. It's got that freaky... I like the way it's got that little tramp stamp of the boar's head on it. With that looks like a wolf at the same time. The hell was that?
That was Facebook Messenger on somebody.
Yeah, it was.
That was me. Great. Oh, just Peener chat's blowing up.
Oh,
Nice.
SU must have got done recording, huh?
Hmm.
But yeah, it's really nice. I like a girl in blue. That makes me drunk.
Yeah, that's sexy, JL.
Yeah, it is.
Can you stick your dick in the
belly?
bottle when you're done?
Not me. Maybe you can.
Oh, for sure.
So small.
So small.
Oh, man.
Can you accept the bottle anally?
Nah.
Probably.
Man,
We
that's
can
a pretty big bottle.
we can find out at TFCon next year with Tyler, right?
Oh,
No.
he better not show up.
Gonna be butt chugging some vodka.
Man.
Oh, get the funnel.
Hey, that will get you fucking wasted.
I'm
You know
never
what I
gonna
mean?
find out.
Like, if you shove some alcohol up your ass, you will get fucked up.
Well, that's
Like,
gross.
fast. Well, I'm just telling you.
Maybe that's
You,
how I ought to do
you
it.
sound like you know from experience.
Maybe
Oh,
I do.
It's biology because the rectum will absorb the alcohol much faster as if it was like bile from
It's
you know
true.
regular.
And
milk.
and if you are in a survival situation, you can stick dirty water up your ass to rehydrate yourself and you won't get sick.
No, you're just saying that hoping that somebody else will get stuck in that situation and do it.
No, I'm serious. You can. You won't get sick from it. Like, you can, you know,
Look.
that's a last resort way to hydrate yourself if you need to.
The problem is that last resort is about 100 steps after just blowing my own fucking head off.
Oh, yeah, I got it. As if you got a gun.
And
You might not have it.
we flash,
Wait. Sometimes you don't have a gun?
Sometimes when you're in a survival situation, you don't have the tools that you need. So
Why were you outside without a gun?
At
Because,
TFCon.
man, I don't need a gun everywhere I go. I'm a man. I can hunt without one.
You can hunt without a gun?
Yeah,
You can, but it'd be way easier if you had one.
it is, but it's a lot more satisfying when you can take down a rabbit or, you know, a catfish or something with your fucking bare hands.
You know what's more satisfying than that?
Long John Silver's.
Picking up a family chest. You spend all that money on bait and driving and boats. I'd spend $10. I got enough fish to kill myself if I wanted to.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's good, man. So I guess let's move on to the listener questions. Is listener plural?
We don't have any listener questions. We just have a discussion this week.
We don't have any listeners?
No, not really.
We got a few. I know.
we've run through them all.
Hey, Sparrows, you still there? No. All right, so the discussion tonight is third-party companies. Do you think that they're repacking their own products and selling them as knockoffs at cheaper prices?
Yes.
Me Chinese, me play joke.
Oh, God. I think maybe. Not 100% yes or no on that.
So there's a rumor floating around that a certain company, Make Toys, has been repacking their products like Hardhead, Green Giant, maybe even a few others, and selling them at a cheaper price as a KO product, and are also responsible for other KOs that have hit the market. Does this bother you, or are you cool with it? Do you think it's a real thing? Thoughts, concerns, feelings?
Man, I wish we could have had a guest on that had a strong feeling about knockoffs.
Yeah, he fucking bailed.
Yeah. Hey, you guys.
Well, wait, you know what? We kind of do, don't we?
Yeah, we have somebody from his podcast on though, so that's good.
So I don't know. I mean, I guess a lot of people, because I watched the Skullfest video, and a lot of people seem to say that it's something that happens in every other like facet of business except for toys.
Yeah, have you ever been to Captain D's before?
Captain D's?
Yeah, it's a horrible repack of Long John Silver's.
Oh, no, I've never been to that.
Don't go there.
What's the D stand for?
Disgusting.
Captain D's.
So anyways, carry on, man.
No, I don't. I guess it's like, is it really a KO if it's just the fucking company repackaging their shit?
That's a great question.
I don't think it is, but even if it is not, you're hurting the value of your original product for the customers that bought it from you at full price. It's kind of a dick move, but then in the end, they're all there just to make money anyhow.
Exactly. They don't care about your
They don't
your
love
collection
you.
value.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck, dude.
They got your money. You bought their toy, and now they're fucking putting out one because, hey, maybe we can put out a cheaper priced version of it, even if it's not cheaper in quality. Or
Right.
maybe
Yeah,
we
if we-
do use a
we can
little
get
bit cheaper quality, and
Yeah, once they get your big money to pay for the molds, then they're more than happy to make the Legion special
yeah.
to appeal to the common pleb.
Don't forget Masterpiece Addicts too. That's actually who's buying those things. I think they're like Legions, but with a little bit more spendable money.
Yeah, fuck.
They have enough
That's the
money to buy
worst.
knockoffs in Masterpiece Addicts.
Nah, but I don't know. I heard that Make Toys is also behind the Combiner Wars KOs that are like popping up in China.
Oh, Joy Jang, Jiu-Jitsu.
No, I mean, yeah, like those Superion ones that were shown at TFCon,
Mm-hmm.
but like the oversized fucking like Defensor.
Okay, yeah, I have that.
I've heard that they're somewhere involved in that chain as well, which I don't take as heavy as a hardline stance as Tyler L does on the KO stuff, but like I still want a Galaxy Meteor, so
Mm-hmm.
That Meteor is good. I got that thing. I got a bunch of Make Toys at TFCon, man.
True or not, this shit doesn't fucking bother me at all. It's no different than going to Walmart and buying a fucking,
great value.
knockoff fucking or fucking Oreos or fucking SpaghettiOs or this just been repacked.
Well,
Yeah,
Bother me a bit.
all that shit's made at the same factory anyways, like the
Mhm.
great value Oreos and shit like that.
prime example here in Wisconsin, we have Grassland Dairy, and they make the majority of the butter in this country. Just about every brand of butter comes out of that same factory. So they're all owned by different companies, but it's a all the same product. And if you want to look at it from a certain perspective, one's a knockoff of another, so be it. But it's still all the same product, all coming from the same place.
Mm-hmm.
But the question does remain: do they lessen the quality of goods? Do they, do they use cheaper materials, basically?
Well,
Like,
they
do they
might.
switch out the cream for bull semen?
Well,
From what I've, sorry, Bugs, go ahead.
Well, they'll change the recipes based on the client's certain tastes. Like some of the butters, they might want more salt or less salt. So they might, as far as the toy manufacturers, they might use certain things in the plastic that are cheaper. So they might make it a lesser grade figure, but obviously they don't want to make it horrible because they still want to make money on making this subgrade figure.
Mm-hmm. So, do you have any experience with a figure that may or may not be a repack?
Yeah, I picked up the knockoff of the DX9 Hulky, as did JL, and it does not feel like it's a knockoff to me. It feels as far as I can tell, it's probably the real thing.
Yes, I have
It
it
does
as well.
it does feel comparable to their other product.
So I'm fine with that if that really is DX9 just releasing it as a sub-brand. I mean, it's, another example is no different with the automobile manufacturers. How like a Ford Crown Vic is just like a Lincoln Continental or whatever.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
it's the same thing. They spruce it up a little bit different, but all the parts are interchangeable.
So basically, the argument is going to boil down to one singular point. And that point, I believe, to be, okay, you sold me this fucking same goddamn thing for 3 times as much a year or two ago. And now you're going to fucking sell it for, a cut rate price. Oh, I could have fucking waited. And that's the problem. The people are
It's
getting
going to make
butthurt.
people wait.
No. It's
Right.
fucking
Yeah,
people are butthurt for fucking paying what, they bought it when they wanted it.
Well, they are
But you don't
butthurt,
know.
but if it makes enough people wait, then you're not going to get anything new.
Yeah, but you don't know if they're actually doing it or not. That's the thing. It's still a fucking mystery until Make Toys or one of these third-party companies comes out and says, yes, we have in fact done this. please go buy these products at a lower price, or hit up the fucking clearance sale at fucking TF stores, there's no way of knowing,
Right.
you know, if it's real or not.
And I think they prefer to keep it that way.
And I think a lot of people, for a lot of people, it comes down to morals. And I say this to you. You really expect a third-party company, a company that has based their entire business plan off of IP infringement, to give a fuck about knockoffs?
Honor amongst thieves.
You know what I mean? And if you're going to fucking base your decisions on whether you're going to buy from a company or not based on morality, well, then you have to look at the fact that they're stealing all this shit anyway, so why does it really fucking matter?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, but I think there's
Whoa,
different.
God!
Whoa!
He's back.
He's
Yeah,
back.
yeah. It's funny because, like I said, I was following along with the whole conversation, and then I heard something I needed to pipe in about, so I called back in.
Continue.
So I mean, I think it's different levels of I guess shadiness. You know, a third party versus a KO, and I mean, I know you guys are probably gonna say what the fuck ever. I mean, it's like a third-party toy is, you know, it's a new product. Like, yes, it's based on someone else's intellectual property, but you know, they still made the molds, they engineered it, they designed it from the ground up. Whereas, you know, a KO, it's fucking. To me, it's shit because I'm not saying like the KO is shit, you know, because some KOs are better made than the original thing, but you know, it's.
Well, I guess we lost Spiros, but again, it's a lot. I've heard a lot of people start rumors of some of these knockoff companies being competitors, and they steal the molds, and it doesn't make any sense to me that these factory workers would be able to sneak the mold out of the factory, go to the competitor, make it, and then return the mold as if they didn't steal it. Mm-hmm. To me, it makes much more sense that the molds never left the factory, and they just threw another logo on the package and ran a lesser grade.
Yep. Or, you know, the fucking the original company says, you know what, we're done making these. We're not going to put them out again, and they sell the molds to somebody.
Right.
In that case, does that make it a knockoff?
I don't think if they sell the mold, it does. No.
So how do we know that's not what's going on?
We don't.
Exactly. So maybe everybody's on their motherfucking moral high horse for nothing. Maybe it's a fucking business transaction that you got no fucking business talking about.
All I know is that DX9 got a whole lot of money from me because I didn't buy Hulky for $150 first. Because I bought every other damn thing they made, and all of them were worth every nickel, but Hulky is not worth $150.
Well, and
the Hulky surprised the shit out of me. Like,
oh, I can't wait to buy that, man! I'm gonna start saving up. What, $80 with $150?
I don't know. There's a part of me hoping that it does turn out MMC is behind the NeoArts knockoff of the Feralcons. Because then Tyler Leet's gonna fucking unload all his Mastermind Creation shit, and I can rebuild my collection.
So you're saying that if he finds out that MMC is fucking putting out the KO, that he's gonna say, "Fuck you, MMC."
He did it with toys. He did it with Make Toys. He doesn't have a single Make Toys figure in his collection anymore.
Well, when he's on, I'll have to ask him why.
No, he caught wind that they were linked to the KOs of Green Giant and Data Clerk and whatever the fuck else they called their hardhead, and he fucking just he posted in the Toy Detox staff chat. He's like, "Anybody want my Make Toy shit?" And like, you know, some people grabbed it, and then he fucking sold all his other Make Toy shit like at TFCon or before TFCon.
Well,
So I mean,
He's
hey,
a man of principles, that's for sure.
why does he care?
well, he works in the shoe industry. So
Knock off Jordans.
yeah, he has a very
It all goes
I
back
guess-
to the shoes with this cat.
yeah, no, he's just
Uh-oh.
We
Freeze
lost
him
him.
again.
Yeah.
Yep, we lost him.
Oh shit! Tyler jumped out his closet and yanked his ass away from the computer.
Don't talk
Anyways,
about the shoes.
He like probably a lot of other people is negatively impacted by knockoffs of products that he sells.
But you know what? I watched the Skullfest video too, and it was very telling that while everyone was kind of joking around at Make Toys' expense of the shady practices, that when the question came up about if somebody did a really awesome MP cliff jumper, if you would completely ignore the shit that company did and still buy the toy, and just about everyone raised their hands pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the big thing to take away here is that if you want to have morals and stuff dealing with these companies, that's fine, but you have to understand that no matter how much noise you make on as many podcasts you appear on, it's not going to make a difference.
All right. Like,
no, but I mean,
whoa.
yeah, I'm back. No, but I mean, hey, like someone once said to me, you know, like, don't worry about what everyone else is doing, like politicians or shit like that. He's like, as long as you can control your sphere of influence and, you know, keep yourself happy and the people that you care about happy, then, you know, you win. So I mean, if you are very vehemently against KOs, you know, if you control that sphere of your life and, you know, then, you know, you win. Like, I wouldn't be as hardline as that, but, you know, Tyler is. So more power to him for sticking to his guns.
Okay. So, basically, we can look at whether or not you KO as kind of a religion. Religions basically place restrictions on conduct or morality, or sculpt morality in a certain way to fit a certain ideology. So, KO, can we make it a religion?
No, maybe you can make it tax exempt.
Wait a minute. The Church of the Knocked Off. TKO, it's right there. That's enough.
And then we can make TFCon a pilgrimage. So, like...
We can write it off.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Dude.
Leave it to you to figure out the tax incentive.
And rather than the big black box like with the Muslims in Saudi Arabia there, we have the big black Chosen Prime box at the main entrance there.
Toy Mecca. Is there any group we haven't offended yet?
I don't know.
We're working on it.
We can find one.
All right, so I
Let's.
think it's about time to wrap things up. We're getting close to the probably almost hour 45-minute mark.
Oh
Somewhere
yeah.
around there.
Usually my shows I host are short.
I want to go play South Park.
Okay.
I want to go see my knockout of the week.
Mm.
I thought you were
So,
seeing her the whole episode.
Nah, man, not when I'm hosting. Sorry, I'm the hostess with the mostest. And Spiros like just quit. He's done. He's out.
Yeah.
He popped off. I was gonna make him do the shout outs too.
All right, let's shout them out.
All right, man. Shout outs to TF and What the Fuck Ever, the greatest Transformers and What the Fuck Ever group ever. Elno Customs, an international consortium of Transformers customizers and creators. I'm taking your thesaurus away, Chris. 3P TF Crashers, aka Yule Ablamo.
You.
Hail Hasbro Reviews with Matthew Deluxe Baldwin.
Go watch
Of
them.
course, yep. SCU, Shattercast Uncut. Figure banging. It's one of my favorite things to do. Legions for the Fountain of Material. Special shout out to Masterpiece Addicts, which is slowly taken over for that. The Realm of Collectors. Realm. Stasis Lock. The entire Cool Table Network. The Blackout and Shout podcast. And a little show called Toy Detox.
Yay!
Don't cancel on us next time, Tyler.
Oh.
And also, I'd like to shout out Chris, who makes bad decisions with his body, and his father and uncles that made him that way. And also, alcohol, marijuana, and coffee, and crank, the lifeblood of the show.
Hey, now.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
If you liked what you heard and want more, like and subscribe. Comment and let us know what you thought. If you're on Facebook and want to join the party and become a fellow dreg, we're at TF and WTF Ever. All hate mail can be sent to tkothepodcast@gmail.com. We'll be back next week with some more nonsense.